One of the biggest fears that people have when they try to leave social media is that they'll miss out. They'll miss out on what is going on in everybody's life. They'll miss out on life in general. But let me tell you something. From just 15 days of experience, I'm not going back, maybe. And I feel amazing. So for a really, really long time, I'm trying to fix my life. And by fix, I mean मैं अपनी ज़िंदगी में थोड़ा सा डिसिप्लिन लाना चाह रहा हूँ. Because I've realized the hard way, कुछ भी करने के लिए you should have a structure to your day. You should have discipline. किस वक्त कब क्या काम करना है, इसका एक निज़ाम होना चाहिए इंसान की ज़िंदगी में. And whenever I try to do that, whenever I try to have some discipline in my life, the biggest hurdle that I face, the biggest hurdle, is smartphone addiction. I mean, I consider myself to be in a state of sickness inflicted by a disease called smartphone addiction, like whatever you want to call it. कुछ भी कभी भी मैं कुछ करना चाहूँ, the social media gets in the way. And I just find myself sitting with my smartphone किसी कमरे में, Facebook पे हूँ या YouTube पे हूँ या WhatsApp पे हूँ. Like this is totally ruining my life. ऐसा होता है कि सोचते हैं कि चलो पढ़ने जा रहे हैं या कुछ भी प्रोडक्टिव काम करने जा रहे हैं, लेट्स जस्ट चेक माई फोन फॉर 1 मिनट 2 मिनट. एक बार देख लेते हैं फेसबुक पे कोई नया नोटिफिकेशन तो नहीं आया, कोई नया मैसेज तो नहीं आया. लेट्स जस्ट वॉच 1 वीडियो और बस सोचते हैं कि बस थोड़ा सा देख लें एंड देन विल गेट टू वर्क. और बिफोर यू रियलाइज 1-2 घंटा गुजर चुका होता है. मे बी यू पीपल आर वेरी स्मार्ट, आप लोगों के साथ नहीं होता है, बट इट हैपन्स विथ मी. और रमज़ान का महीना चल रहा है. दिस इज़ द मंथ ऑफ एब्सटेनिंग फ्रॉम ऑल लग़वियात से दूर रहने का महीना है. This is the month where we stay away from all unnecessary things. So I thought, let's do an experiment of staying away from social media. First I thought for 30 days, फिर हिम्मत नहीं हुई. फिर सोचा 20 दिन, हिम्मत नहीं हुई. So I'm going to try, right now I'm not sure, but I'm going to try to stay away from all forms of social media for 15 days. And I'm going to document the process of how I actually feel. Whenever I feel like going to any social media platform, I'll just pick up my phone and record myself and share how I feel at that very moment. And because I can't go to social media, so now what I'm going to do, instead of browsing the web, instead of being on the social media, I might read a book, I might do something productive, and then just be with me on this journey and let's see how it feels like. I just deleted all my apps, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, YouTube. I disabled YouTube. And it feels really बहुत अजीब लग रहा है. कितनी अजीब सी बात है, 10 साल पहले आज से ये सारी चीज़ें होती नहीं थी. Just to stay away from these stuff for just 2 weeks is so hard to do. तो अगले 2 हफ्ते कैसे गुजरने वाले हैं, I have no idea, मुझे नहीं पता. So it's almost the end of my first day without social media, and this is the time. It's around 11 p.m. This is the time when I had thought of that I would sit down to study, but end up spending time on my phone. But since I can't do that anymore, so now I'm being forced to sit down with my books and study. I feel terrible, but I also feel good at the same time. So yeah, and I would also admit that because I'm preparing for an entrance examination, so I have to solve problems, questions like these, And sometimes, most of the time, I have to look the answers on the internet, the solution to them, and sometimes the solution to the questions is in video form. And most of the time, that video is on YouTube. So today I did open YouTube on my friend's phone for 2 minutes just to watch the solution to that question and then back again. So this is the end of my third day, and it's getting less about no social media and more about there is so much to study for the exam and there's so less time left. And if I had not deleted my social media apps, I would still have been binged to my phone and not studying. And now I realize that if I had done this much earlier, I would have had a better chance of scoring good. Okay, so this is almost the end of my 6th day without social media. I'm really beginning to miss YouTube, especially, I had this really bad habit of just binge watching YouTube videos. And it's actually a good thing that I'm away from it, because I still have a lot left to study. And if I were to allow myself to watch videos right now, then I would be watching videos right now instead of studying or doing something else. So I'm missing the social media part of my life, but it's actually good that I'm away from it. Yeah, that's it. Another thing I would say is that it's really hard to completely disconnect yourself from the world. So in this experiment, I do not consider peer-to-peer communication as social media. Like one-to-one communication is not social media. So I'm still making phone calls. And because I can't use WhatsApp, I'm using SMS, which is surprising. And then if I want to share photos or images or something with a friend, again, peer-to-peer, one-to-one, then I'm using Gmail instead of WhatsApp. So anything which is just one person to one person, no third person, that's not exactly social media. Social media is when many people come together, 3 at least. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. So this is my 15th day without social media. Might not seem like a lot, but let me tell you something. I feel different, really. 15 days without social media has really changed how I feel. One of the biggest fears that people have when they try to leave social media is that they'll miss out. They'll miss out on what is going on in everybody's life. They'll miss out on life in general. But let me tell you something. From just 15 days of experience, I'm not going back, maybe. I might upload this video anyways, but I feel amazing, When you're addicted, when you're hooked to social media, to Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Instagram, your brain is engaged all the time subconsciously. Even when you're not on your phone, you're on your phone most of the time, but even when you're not on the phone, there's a part of your brain, in the subconscious that is concerned with what might be going on in that world. That picture you posted, that thing you uploaded, how many people are liking it, what are people thinking about it, are people sharing it, are people loving it, are people hating it, So you went somewhere, someone took pictures of you, then maybe they uploaded it to Facebook, then what are people thinking of your photo on their feed? Like, it's just, you're engaged all the time, you're not free, you're not liberated, But once you cut yourself off, you feel that life is just so much more about being concerned about those petty things that don't really matter. They don't matter at all. You have a life to live, you have books to read, you have work to do, you have relationships to take care of, you have so much to do in life, and life is so short, and there's so much to do. So there really is no time for me and you to be concerned about all those petty issues going on social media. It's just absolute nonsense, what somebody's wearing, where is someone going, what is someone doing on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat. It's not supposed to be my concern, it's not supposed to be your concern. In fact, this might sound paradoxical, but since I have left social media, I'm actually a much more social person. I'm much more social. I'm meeting people, and when I'm talking to people, I'm more present. I'm listening to what they're saying. I'm listening and I'm responding much more deeply because I've heard what they said. I understand what they're saying. You know, when I was on social media 15 days back, even when someone would be talking to me, I would be on my phone. I would be, half listening, half engaged on my phone. So it's just, so much better without social media. So, this is almost the end of my 15 days, so I'll just record this and I'll upload it. I might reply to some comments. But I'm not sure if I'm going back on social media because life is just so much better, I've actually started to read a lot more. Like, I've downloaded all these apps on my phone, for like Kindle and other apps where you can read books, and I'm reading books because now I don't watch videos and I'm reading books, and it's just so much insightful. So I really want you to take something from my experience, and that is, you don't need to be worried about what other people are doing. You don't need to worry about what other people think, how other people judge you. It is not your problem. It shouldn't be your concern. Live your life, for God's sake. And I'm saying this genuinely. Like, I'm just a happier person. It's not like all of my problems have been solved. It's not like everything that was broken in my life is now fixed. No, I still have problems. I still have things to deal with. But now I'm more present. My brain is relaxed because it's not engaged with all those gossip and stuff. So now I have more energy left to deal with real problems in my life. That's what I want to say. That's the core essence of my experience that you can take from this. And let's see. So that's really all I want to say. Assalamu alaikum.